Hi guys. Alright, so here we go with part 10 of the Calumet County Sheriff's Department police reports. This is from November 5th, investigator John Dietering. On Saturday, November 5th, 2004 hours, Detective Jacobs and Dietering met with Jason Zipper. This is the only part that I found that was, especially interesting. I asked Jason as to where his father was on Monday, October 31st. Jason indicated that his father might have been on a big roof job off of 8th Street in downtown Manitowoc. And then it says Bobby instead of Jason. I'm wondering if this is a typo, but it says Bobby indicated that he was 90% sure of this, as his father had been working on this particular job for approximately 2 weeks. So I'm not really sure if you could see that, but I'm going to shred it. Bobby. Oh, it's so blurry. I'm sorry. Yeah, Bobby. This is on page 99. But that is basically all there is to that. Okay, this is Deputy Dan Kacharski, Sunday, November 6, 2005. Between 12:48 hours and 15:49 hours, Lieutenant Link and Sergeant Colburn, Detective Remaker, and I searched the new shop building and then the residences at Avery Road. We located 3 handguns and 2 police badges. What? In the new shop building, and 122 caliber rifle in the residence that were collected at a later time. What the hell is this? 2 police badges. Why would the Averys have police badges? I don't even understand. I mean, I realized that there was an Avery that was a police officer, but I'm not really sure why this would be in the shop. Police badges. 2 of them. Okay. Really weird. I found and collected hairs and fibers from both the passenger and driver's side doors in the vehicle, the Ford F-350. Also collected was a blanket floor mat with a reddish-brown stains on it, a rag, the kind of thing that Wendy finds later, a rag, and paper with computer dating type service printed on it. Okay. Alrighty. Deputy Craig Wendling, November 6th. November 6th, Deputy Craig Wendling was called by investigator Mark Wiegert, who asked if I would be able to go over to Teresa Halbach's residence to collect evidence. Investigator Wiegert wanted me to pick up evidence that would contain Teresa Halbach's DNA in case it would be needed for further investigation. I informed Investigator Wiegert I would go en route and collect some evidence. Investigator Wiegert told me a toothbrush, lip chapstick, and possibly a vibrator that was located in her dresser would be good items to collect. So Wiegert, really, you're sending an officer out to Teresa's house to collect a vibrator? I mean, why? Do you think Stephen Avery used it on her to rape her, or Brendan did, and then put it back at her house? I realize that you're trying to get her DNA, but there's less sleazy ways to get her DNA. Just saying. Toothbrush. Come on. So here we go. In the left top drawer, just to the left of the sink, I did find Teresa's toothbrush. Hey, looky there. Toothbrush. DNA. Which I was told by Scott would be hers, and some chapstick. I did collect those items at 07:59 hours. Those items were placed into a plastic bag and sealed. I then looked into the top drawer of the very right of the cabinet in that southeast bathroom on the first floor, and also located another lip moisturizer that had some hair stuck to it, and a hairbrush which also contained some hair. Those items were also collected at approximately 07:59 hours and placed into a plastic bag and sealed. Then he went to Teresa's bedroom. I did locate the center compartment cabinet doors on the dresser, and inside there was a cardboard box containing a reddish maroon case with a zipper. Once I opened that case, I did locate a vibrator or a sexual device. I re-zipped the case, placed it into the plastic bag, and sealed it. That item was collected at approximately 8:03 hours. All the items I collected were placed into evidence and secured in locker number 5 in the evidence room. Wiegert, you're so scummy. That's gross. All right, John Dietering, November 6th. Contact with George Zipper. On Sunday, November 6th at 08:21 hours, I, Dietering, assisted Detective Jacobs making contact with George Zipper. I asked George Zipper if he had ever done business with the Avery Auto Salvage operation. His response was, "Hell no, I don't even know them." I asked him if he had ever been at the Avery business, and he responded, "No." I asked him if he was ever in any way related or close friends with the Averys, and his response was no. George indicated that on Monday, October 31st, he was at Belaban Real Estate Offices near the intersection of 11th and Marshall in the city of Manitowoc. He stated that he was on the job site from 8 a.m. approximately until 5 p.m. He stated that he had never left the job site and has witnesses that can verify this. George indicated that a female photographer, okay, this is important here. George indicated that a female photographer had called the residence previously and was told by George not to come onto the property. George did not recall when this conversation had taken place. A female photographer called his residence. I don't think so. Maybe he's mistaken. It was probably a telemarketer that called, but probably not a photographer. But still, just interesting that he called it a female photographer. Then we've got the names of George Zipper's alibis, Mark Belaban and Rick Stroessner, and a painter. Okay. Interview with Joellen Zipper by Dietering on November 6th. On Sunday, November 6th at 19:10 hours, I, Dietering, did interview Joellen Zipper. Let's see, she had no personal phone contact with the lady who apparently took pictures of the vehicle, but stated the caller did leave a message indicating that she could not find the residence. It should be noted that at 09:30 hours, Detective Jacobs did receive permission from the Zipperers to copy this message onto his cell phone, and apparently this was later placed onto a CD. I haven't heard this CD. I'd like to hear the CD. I'm sure it says exactly what they say, but, just for funsies, just to hear it. She went on to indicate she believed the photographer arrived at approximately 14:30 hours before Jason, her son, got home from school. Again, they're calling Jason their son. Is he their son or is he their grandson? I thought he was their grandson, but in every one of these reports so far, he's being referenced to as their son. So I'm just going to read what it says. Joellen indicated the photographer was dressed in blue jeans with a darker jacket, waist length, and some sort of white top. She stated she had brownish hair, but Joellen was not sure about the length. Joellen indicated that the photographer left a copy of the Auto Trader and some sort of contract on an outdoor table. Joellen did not move these items until she provided them to us on November 3rd, 2005. So, didn't it rain? Didn't it rain pretty bad sometime between the 31st and the 3rd? I thought it did, because they were talking about, the bones and things like that being covered with like a crust from all the rain, mud splashes on the RAV4, blah, blah, blah. So I'm not sure if it rained in between the 31st and the 3rd, but apparently the auto trader and a contract was left outside on a table, and she didn't move them until November 3rd when she turned them over. The family was not sure if they wanted the photograph run or not. And then in her statement, she said that Teresa had talked to George and that it was okay for her to take the picture. Which, of course he denies ever talking to her or okaying it. And so does Jason. So one of them is lying. Alrighty. Hi, Wendy Baldwin. Alright, we got Wendy Baldwin, November 6th. On November 6th, Investigator Baldwin, along with Julie Kramer and her dog Brutus. Here's the rag. They searched the pond area where Teresa's vehicle was found. At approximately 9:03 a.m., Brutus had made a hit on a silver station wagon type vehicle located on the southwest corner of the pond. I observed what appeared to be a bloody rag. There's the bloody rag, lying in the back seat of that vehicle. Tagged and marked the vehicle for evidence processing. The dog continued to work in the area and had made another alert on a tan Honda four-door vehicle. I did observe what appeared to be blood spots in the front passenger and rear seat of that vehicle. So there you go. There's her bloody rag she talks about on the 6th. Lieutenant Brett Bowe on November 6th. This is his report. At approximately 9:40 a.m., Brett Bowe assisted DCI with examining two vehicles that were located on the southeast corner of Avery's Auto Salvage Yard. These vehicles would have been on the northwest corner of a pond directly across from the location where the Hobart vehicle was located. These vehicles were alerted on by cadaver dogs and appeared to be small red spots inside the vehicles. So this must be what, Wendy Baldwin was talking about. The vehicles were photographed by the DCI agent, one being a tan Toyota four-door, had a secured trunk area. The area was forced open, and inside the Toyota was a pair of women's panties, as well as a pair of women's camouflage insulated boots. I don't remember seeing these in evidence either. Maybe I'm wrong. I just don't remember seeing them. But it's possible that I did see them, and I assumed that they came from the house and they were Jody's or something. I've heard thongs and things like that were taken from the trailer. I retrieved both of these items and placed them into bags, were turned over to Deputy Nicholas of the Calumet County Sheriff's Department to be transported back to the Sheriff's Department for further use of them. Further use of them. Nice wording. Alrighty. Okay. Interview with Jody coming up in the next video. Alright. Check out Clue TV. Thank you guys for watching so far. Really gonna try. I think I can make it through this. I'm gonna give it a shot. Alright. Thanks for watching.